POV, when you want to satisfy your partner. Say goodbye to the problem of erectile dysfunction with Eric Prime. This natural supplement will give you the stamina and confidence you need to last through any sexual act. It's the perfect solution for both you and your partner. Get yours today and experience the difference.
Ever been in a long-distance relationship and found it to be a bumpy ride? Well, you're not alone. Many couples navigating the waters of long-distance love find it to be a challenging journey, filled with trials and tribulations that can sometimes feel overwhelming. One of the common challenges is the lack of physical proximity. It's not just about the inability to hold each other's hands or share a quiet dinner together. It's about missing the subtle nuances in communication that are often expressed through body language. A comforting hug or a reassuring smile can mean the world when words fall short. Another challenge is the difference in time zones. It can make synchronizing schedules feel like solving a complex puzzle. Coordinating calls or virtual dates can be tricky when one of you is starting their day while the other is wrapping up theirs. Let's not forget about the feelings of loneliness that can creep in. Even with the best communication tools at our disposal, there can be moments when the distance feels insurmountable. It's in these moments that doubts might start to cloud your mind, and insecurities may begin to surface. But here's the good news. Long-distance relationships don't have to be a struggle. They can be an opportunity for growth, for developing deeper emotional connections, for learning patience and resilience. While the challenges are real, they can be overcome. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to equip you with 5 key tips to navigate your long-distance relationship. These tips are not just for those in long-distance relationships, but for anyone who wants to strengthen their bond with their partner. So, whether you're in a long-distance relationship because of school, work, or any other circumstance, or you're just looking to improve your relationship skills, these tips are for you. Stick around, we're about to dive into 5 key tips that will help you navigate your long-distance relationship. These are practical, actionable strategies that can make a world of difference. So, are you ready to turn your long-distance relationship from a bumpy ride into a journey of love and growth? Let's get started. Tip number 1, make communication your top priority. In a long-distance relationship, the importance of communication cannot be overstated. It is the lifeline that connects you with your partner, the thread that weaves your separate lives into a shared tapestry. Without it, distance can become a chasm, widening with every missed call or unanswered message. Just think about it for a moment. When you're close to someone physically, you share experiences. You watch the same sunsets, feel the same chill in the air, laugh at the same silly things. These shared experiences create a bond, a sense of togetherness. But when you're miles apart, you don't have that luxury. You're in different places, maybe even different time zones. You're living separate lives. And the only way to bridge that gap is through communication. Now, when we say communication, we're not just talking about the quantity. Yes, it's important to keep in touch regularly, but it's equally important to be open and honest in your communication. It's not just about asking how their day was or what they had for lunch. It's about sharing your feelings and thoughts, your fears and hopes. It's about creating a safe space where both of you can be vulnerable and authentic. And thankfully, technology has made this easier than ever. There are so many tools and platforms that you can use to keep in touch. From video calls and instant messaging apps to social media and email, there's no shortage of ways to reach out to your partner. But remember, it's not just about using these tools, it's about using them effectively. It's about making the most of your conversations, making sure that every word, every gesture, every smile brings you closer together. And finally, always keep in mind that communication is not a one-way street. It's not just about expressing yourself, but also about listening to your partner. It's about understanding their perspective, their feelings, their needs. Remember, communication is the key to any successful relationship, but it's especially critical when you're miles apart. Moving on to tip number 2, it's crucial to set clear expectations. Imagine you're building a bridge. You wouldn't start construction without a blueprint, right? It's the same with long-distance relationships. Clear expectations are your blueprint. They provide structure, prevent misunderstandings, and keep your relationship on solid ground, even when you're miles apart. What exactly do we mean by expectations? Well, they're the standards you set for your relationship. They're the ground rules that help you understand what's okay and what isn't. They're about knowing what you both want and need from each other. Let's consider a few examples. One expectation could be about communication. Decide together how often and through what means you'll keep in touch. Is a good morning text a must? Or is a weekly video call more your speed? Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It's about finding what works for both of you. Another expectation could be about fidelity. It's important to discuss what constitutes as crossing the line. Does flirting with others count as cheating, or is it harmless fun? Having this conversation early on can save a lot of heartache down the line. And let's not forget about the future. It may seem daunting to discuss, but it's crucial to set expectations about where you see your relationship heading. Do you both intend to close the distance eventually? If so, when and how? Setting expectations is not about controlling each other. It's about mutual respect, understanding, and transparency. It's about ensuring that both of you are on the same page, working towards the same goal. Remember, these expectations aren't set in stone. They can and should evolve as your relationship does. Life is unpredictable, and flexibility is key to navigating the challenges of a long-distance relationship. So, take the time to discuss, negotiate, and agree on your expectations. It might be a difficult conversation, but it's one worth having. Setting clear expectations can be a game changer in your long-distance relationship. Our third tip is about the fun part, planning regular visits. There's something extraordinary about the anticipation of seeing your partner, especially when you are miles apart. It's like a spark that keeps your relationship alive, a beacon of hope that constantly reminds you of why you're in this relationship in the first place. Planning visits isn't just about the thrill of seeing each other. It's also about spending quality time together in person. While technology has made it possible to communicate virtually, there's no substitute for being in the same physical space. It's in these moments that you get to create shared experiences and memories, which serve as the foundation of your relationship. Think about it. The laughter you share over a shared meal, the comfort of holding hands as you stroll down the street, the simple joy of waking up next to each other. These moments might seem mundane to some, but for those in long-distance relationships, they're priceless. They're the moments that make all the waiting worthwhile. And let's not forget, planning visits gives both partners something to look forward to. It's like a countdown to happiness. Each day brings you closer to that moment when you can finally be together, and the anticipation, the excitement, the sheer joy of counting down the days can be a powerful motivator in keeping your relationship strong. So how do you go about planning these visits? Well, it's a collaborative effort. Discuss with your partner about when and where you want to meet. Make sure both of you are comfortable with the arrangements, and then let the countdown begin. Remember, it's not about how often you visit, but the quality of the time you spend together. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a 2-week holiday, make every second count. Cherish these moments, for they are the threads that weave the fabric of your relationship. Plan those visits and make every moment count. And remember, every visit is a chance to create beautiful memories that will keep your love strong, no matter the distance. Now on to tip number 4, maintaining your individuality. It's easy to get wrapped up in the whirlwind of a relationship and forget who you are as an individual. This is especially true in long-distance relationships where every moment together feels precious. But remember, you are a unique person with your own interests, hobbies, and passions. It's important to keep nurturing these aspects of your life, even when you're in a relationship. Having a life outside of your relationship not only helps you stay grounded, but it also contributes to a healthier and more balanced relationship. You bring more to the table when you have a rich, fulfilling life of your own. It keeps conversations interesting, sparks curiosity, and promotes respect between partners. So, go ahead, sign up for that pottery class, join that book club, or take that solo trip. Keep growing as an individual and watch your relationship flourish. Remember, a relationship is about two individuals coming together, not losing oneself in the process. And finally, tip number 5, cultivate trust and patience. In the world of long-distance relationships, these two qualities are the unsung heroes. They are the pillars that hold your relationship firm, the glue that binds you together, even when miles apart. Trust is the rock upon which your relationship stands. Without it, doubts creep in, creating rifts that can grow into chasms. To build trust, be open, honest, and consistent. Show your partner that they can rely on you, even from afar. Patience, on the other hand, is the gentle balm that soothes the pangs of separation. It's understanding that good things come to those who wait. It's giving your partner the space they need, and respecting the time it takes for your relationship to bloom fully. Like a garden, your relationship needs to be nurtured with trust and patience. And just as a garden doesn't bloom overnight, neither does a relationship. With trust and patience, you can overcome any hurdle that comes your way. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We've tackled the challenge of maintaining long-distance relationships and explored 5 practical tips to make it work. First, we emphasized the importance of communication. Not just about the big things, but the small, mundane details of everyday life. It's about sharing experiences, even if you're miles apart. Next, we discussed setting clear expectations. Both you and your partner need to understand what you both want out of this relationship and what each of you can give. Remember, clarity is the key to avoid misunderstandings. Our third tip focused on planning visits. Nothing beats spending quality time together. It's a reminder of why you chose to endure the distance. So, plan those visits, mark your calendars, and make those moments count. We then talked about maintaining individuality. It's crucial to have your own life, your own friends, and your own interests. It not only gives you something to talk about, but it also helps you grow as an individual. And finally, we stressed the importance of trust and patience. Long-distance relationships are not for the faint of heart. They require a lot of trust, patience, and understanding. But remember, the best things in life are often the ones worth waiting for. Now it's your turn to put these tips into practice. Give them a try and see how they can make a difference in your relationship. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment below. Your thoughts and experiences can help others who are in the same boat. And one more thing, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction, there's no need to suffer in silence. Check out the link in the description. It could be the solution you've been looking for. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.